South Africa's marriage laws are headed towards drastic change.
Home Affairs, on behalf of the government, is consulting with various stakeholders on the proposed marriage bill. If passed, the bill will introduce a wide range of changes in the country's marriage legislation.
The proposed bill, has been criticized by some for being silent on other forms of long-term unions, such as life partners, for instance. Ziniko Mhlaba explains.
The marriage laws in South Africa are about to change for the better or worse? Well, that's the question Minister Dr. Mhlaba will be explaining to us as he talks to us about the importance of this new marriage bill government is working on. So today they were here in Johannesburg to consult more with the stakeholders about some of the nitty-gritties this bill must reflect when it is finalized. Let's bring in Dr. Mhlaba, who's the Home Affairs Minister. Say very, very complicated conversation you had. Talk to us about the importance of consolidating all bills that have to do with marriages in South Africa. How did you get where we are now?
Well, first of all, let me put it very clear. It's going to change for the better. Not for the worse. Taken from the inputs from the various stakeholders here. They are from all walks of life. Tradition, religion, from the professions, legal professions, and all the others are all here. And from their discussion, many of them supported this bill which we are about to put in front of Parliament. We had to change it because up to now, as I'm speaking, meaning before this bill is law, people can only marry under 3 marriage regimes in South Africa. Firstly is the Act number 25 of 1961, which mostly caters for Western, traditions and Christian beliefs. But you'll understand what was happening in 1961, as if the other traditions and the other religions don't exist. Then come 1994, we try to correct it by bringing into play the Recognition of Customary Marriage Act. It's Act number 130 of 1998, but it still did not cover a number of things. Then in 2006, we came with a Civil Union Act, the act that regulates marriage between 2 same-sex partners, and it's called the Civil Union, and it's Act number 17 of 2006. But when we check, there are lots and lots of gaps. Number one, other religious groups like the Muslims, Hindus, Jews are not recognized in the law. Then you look at other practices, like the practice that are practiced in traditional families. The traditional leaders, kings and queens of this country, most of the manner in which they came onto the throne and how they got married to come there, it's not recognized in law. Then comes the issue of children. There's no law in South Africa which stops children from getting married as long as their parents give consent. All those are being corrected in this bill. Then the issue of matrimonial property. Many people get married. When they divorce, they tell them, no, you are married in community of property. Or, people don't understand those things. They don't know what they mean. So here we are saying there are clear, distinct matrimonial property regimes which people must choose from. And the marriage officer must teach them and point and say, if you sign for this one, this is what you'll do. If you sign for this one, this is what it means. Then comes the issue of marriage officers. Up to now, marriage officers are only certain designated Home Affairs officials or religious leaders, and mostly of the Christian faith. So we're opening it up that in traditional authorities, they can also get somebody who must be trained as a marriage officer in certain sects, in certain religions, etc., provided that they get trained and write an exam and pass. Because you can't just be a marriage officer because we so. You must pass that exam of marriage officers because we must teach you all these complications.
Minister, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That's Home Affairs Minister talking to us about the background of this marriage bill, which he was consulting with various stakeholders of the Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405. I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Parktown, Johannesburg.